Good day to you folks, welcome back to Are We There with the mighty Forest of the Championship, of course. We start on the board screen, as I'm tending to do these days. Bank balance just over 4 million so far, £3.3 million profit. Obviously, we've got some signings to wrap up, so I haven't really sold any players of any value, so that's all come from sponsorships, etc. But the interesting thing is the new stadium being built. This wasn't my request, and as it's going to cost us a lot of money. I think it's purely to do with the cost of the City Ground's maintenance. If we take a quick butchers, the City Ground, 30,000 seats, a slight drop for normal matches, which will be segregation, etc. But we're due to move in, this will be in 2025, to the Brian Clough Park. Superb name, but it has got less capacity, so we're downsizing, you know. Kids have left home, the European trophies have gone, we're downsizing. We're going to the Brian Clough, I think we'll call it Brian Clough Stadium, but Brian Clough Park, the BCP, in 2025. That'll be the 2025-26 season. It's obviously 2023-24 season now, so some way off. Might not even be here, but that's what's going on at the moment. It's costing 25 million, which isn't too bad, really. But it does mean a huge bank loan has been taken out, which I think we can see if we look on debts and loans. You can see that's that stadium loan that's already, I mean, we already had a couple of other debts and such. Takes our net debt up to 35 million. Total debt, originally £45.5 million. So that loan is costing us basically £250,000 every month, which effectively wipes out gate receipts, I'd have thought. Yeah. So anyway, let's have a look at some signings then. Alex Lacey, wanted by Luton, not going anywhere. We did sign him to a new deal. So, we haven't spent a penny either. I've not spent any money this year. We've brought in 2 players on permanent deals, and loan players have been, or rather loan signings have also been agreed. Big news, I think I mentioned it last time. Yeah, Sheldon has signed on, so he's not on that list, but he's signed on for another 2 seasons on loan. But deal with the outs, Jason Latham gone to Arsenal. I'm pretty concerned that a lot of the players I've released have gone to Premier League elite clubs. Charlie Calcutt to Liverpool. Vaughan Martin, who I don't know, you don't know, has gone to Blackburn. Charlie Maiden has gone to Swansea. He's playing in their academy side. Brendan Buckingham's gone to Wolves. Will Swan, I've sent him out on loan to Colchester just because he's not going to get game time with the players who signed. Scott Maley's gone out on loan to Dundalk. He's probably not going to play for me ever. So let's deal with the loans first. Harbury returns. I just like him. You know, he suits the system well. He's English. He knows the club. You know, sensible signing. Max Borton's coming on loan, centre half. Not a new gen, but certainly still young, 22, on loan from Burnley. He's had some decent spells. He's been playing in the Championship, League One mostly, but last season in the Championship didn't do too badly. It started better for us, obviously 7.75 from his 2 games. We've done 2 league games and 1 Carabao Cup game, which I'll recap for you in just a moment. New goalkeepers come in, Shao Virginia on loan from Arsenal. Again, not a real player, but a good goalkeeper. Played last season on loan with Bradford in League One, so we put goals past him. You'd have thought at 25, I'd like to think we were responsible for at least 20%, 25% of that. Decent start for us. He saved a penalty as well. You'll see that in a minute. And Jordan Holmes also from Arsenal. Decent centre half, I think. He has, I mean, he's not much younger than the those real players who we just looked at. But he's okay. He's decent. Again, he's experienced at Championship level. Had a full season on loan with Birmingham. Not too bad. A bit like Broughton, really. And then hopefully stepping up 7.8 from his 2 games with ourselves. The players we've signed, Jeff Hardeveld, on a permanent deal from Heracles, permanent signing. We're £6 million now. We signed him as a backup because he can play centre half and wing back. Comes in on a free from Heracles. Yeah, I like him. I like the boy. You know, yet to make a league start. He's come on as a sub, but he did start in the Carabao Cup. Did very well. 7.7. And then a new striker, Michael DeMarca. This guy's from Chelsea, again on a free. He's worth £3 million. Already off on the goals. He's got 3 and 2 in the league. You know, he just looks good to me. I like the boy. I like the boy here. He's decent physicals, decent mentals, and decent technicals. He's just that well-rounded striker. You know, he's going to score goals in the Championship. Is he Premier League quality? You decide. Well, we'll decide together. But yeah, if we look at released players, I think they'll appear on here. You can see Will Dennis has gone, Frankie Kent's gone, Connor Russell was on the edge of the first team, and that's about it. That's about your lot. So it's not a huge amount of activity, but I think we've strengthened the squad enough, and the players we've still got. Obviously, we have players too good for League One, so the fact that we're now in the Championship means we don't need to have a huge transition. It's a good squad, you know. It's capable at this level. You can already see average rating rise if you ignore these top three. These guys are pretty much the first team here. The guys with 2-3 appearances to their name. Jamie Borjonas, great player on a very cheap deal from Rangers, 84,000. He's come straight into the Championship. You see there, 14 assists in the League One campaign last year. With 1.6 million now, Rangers are probably having back like a shot. So very pleased with that. He's settled into the Championship very nicely. DeMarco, obviously, with his goals. Brayton continues where he left off. You know, it's just a good team. Jack Baldwin's a good defender. Signed with the Championship arguably in mind. I'm very pleased with the squad. You know, I mean, it's a little bit slim in my eyes. You know, if we get a few injuries in the same position, perhaps we've got a problem. But yeah, I haven't got too many loans, so I can play all the loanees. I've capped at 5. Decided to go with 5 first-team loanees. And yeah, it's happy days. Results-wise, it couldn't have gone better, really. A superb pre-season, unbeaten, lots of goals. Didn't really play anyone of any great quality. But then on opening day, a trip to Loftus Road, a fine 4-0 win with 2 goals for debutant DeMarco Godoni with a goal, and Adi Hales coming on as well. In fact, coming on, he started because of Sheldon had an injury that he picked up in the pre-season game at Wickham. Or was it Wickham? He picked up an injury anyway somewhere. I can't remember exactly where it was. There he was. He went off against Grantham. But there we go. Then we moved on a 5-1 win over Hartlepool in the Carabao. A bit of a rotated squad side, whatever you like. Apaya, Ward and Brayton with the goals, and a consolation for them. And then a home win, the first game at the City Ground, first game at home. A 3-1 win over Reading. Should have been more, really. But Bayoness, DeMarco and a Lundqvist own goal. Ollie Watkins pulled one back for Reading, but it wasn't going to be any kind of resurgence. They had a few moments late on, but 3-1 probably flattered them a little bit. Today's Watford, though, I decided to wait for the Watford game to bring you in, just because Watford obviously came down from the Premier League just last year. No, they didn't. They've been down in the Championship a while. I thought they were newly relegated, Watford. But they've still got Richarlison. You know, they've got some good players. Manager Francis Jeffers, of course. Why wouldn't he be there? You know, a good team. Good team. Big players on big wages. You know, yeah. It's going to be difficult for us. This will be a real test to test our credentials. They're second in the league at the moment. Our starting form means we're first. I'll take that at the end of the season. I'd always take that. So yeah, I'll see you pitch side in just a moment. So there are your teams then at Vicarage Road. It's for ourselves. The strike force, DeMarco, Hales and Brayton. You can see Sheldon on the bench, still recovering from his injury. Boyana steps onto the bench. He's not quite fit. I think he picked up a slight knock in the last game. Sibichalikis comes in and starts alongside Matty Cash. Otherwise, it's the standard back 5 that I've been starting with this season in Hartleby, Godoni, Baldwin, Holmes and Broughton. Baldwin skipping the side with Virginia in the sticks. For Watford then, Richarlison is pretty much the sole survivor, is he, from Watford's Premier League exploits. Andre Carrillo, of course, as well. They've got I daren't click on him, because if I click on him, he'll score an absolute bucket load, won't he? Let's give the fans something to cheer for. Not my usual team talk, but I feel that's probably prevalent. This is where the unbeaten start is really going to be tested. Not just a recent Premier League side, but a side that started the season A-OK. So, fingers crossed. And just a few minutes in, Bettinelli with this free kick goes long. We should recover this. That's we lost control of the ball. Pearson, and it finds its way to Novotny. It goes out left to Cunningham, and that's well dealt with, though. And that's a good ball. We could release here. We've got a 3-on-3 situation developing. Adi Hales finds again Brayton, crosses back stick. DeMarco hits the post, but he was offside. It wouldn't have counted anyway. DeMarco's been good, but he should have put that away, even though he was offside. Would have been more annoying now, I suppose. When you're 20 minutes in, nothing's really happening. We've had the better of the game so far in that Watford haven't done anything, which means they're likely to strike first. And here we go then. Bettinelli and a goal kick goes out left to Richarlison. You'd have thought they'd get the ball to him at every opportunity. And they move the ball in midfield. It goes back out to Richarlison, to Pearson, to Gribbin. And that's well done by Max Broughton. Here we go though, left side, DeMarco feeds the ball out right to Brereton. Skips round his man, Bettinelli will come and claim it there. A bit of a looped cross, but a lot of height on that. Goalkeeper's always going to be favourite if he's confident of coming in. Bettinelli, no problems with that. Goal kick goes long. Richarlison, I don't know how much of a target man he is. He didn't win that one. That's the kind of ball we struggle against in Hartlebury. He's got his job on here. Richarlison at the back stick, but Virginia well positioned to claim that easily. A bit of a tame header down, it looked like. And a free kick there. Bacelikis on the edge of the penalty area, and he scores. Looks deflected to me. Always concerned that those might be deflected in by an offside player. But Bacelikis, the man coming in for Bajonas with the goal. We're scoring quite a few goals from midfield in these early stages of the season. You can see edge of the D, effectively. And, well, deflected in off a Watford man. So certainly no shouts of offside can be called there. And we take a lead at Vicarage Road on the half-an-hour mark. Just before half-time now, it's important we get in at the break. Still ahead, Brereton working this right flank nicely. He's done this all game. Crosses deep. Not really challenge Hartlebury. Cash. Oh, what a goal by Matty Cash. He finds the top bin. Indeed, absolutely stupendous, and indeed it was. What a finish from the lad. He's definitely Premier League quality. I'm no doubt about that. Brereton, he has given this defence a torrid time. Working this, as I say, that right flank superbly. It's headed away quite easily by Hunt, but Hartlebury finds Cash, and Cash has no doubt about what he's wanting to do. He finds the upper 90, and well, he's off to celebrate with, I assume, the Watford faithful by the look of it, which is a little bit poor taste, Matty. You know, stick to your own players and fans. But what a performance! What a display in that first half. Premier League hunting Watford. On the ropes as it stands, you know, yes. Come on, the Forest. Here we go, second half then. Let's hope it doesn't crumble. Corner ball then, just 52 minutes on the clock. It comes to Matty Cash on the edge of the penalty area. He's dangerous, we've already seen it. And it's off the post again, and a goal line scramble doesn't go in. And a free kick given, I'm not too sure what for. Could have been offside, could have been a push. DeMarco's not having a great game, but we can leave him out there for now. Bacelikis goes towards the far post, and it's in. It's Jordan Holmes, his first goal for the Nottingham Forest, the lonely youngster, and Watford behind by 3-0. You can see in your league table left side of your screen, 3 teams on 9 points at the moment: Leeds, ourselves, and Fulham. So 3 big clubs, all aiming for a return to the Premier League. Forest, I think, probably the longest spell outside of the top division. Fingers crossed we can return there this season. I mean, if this starts anything to go by, we certainly have a shot. We're going to bring off Hartlebury for Hardeveld. Hartlebury's looking a little bit tired. We've had a lot of games recently with midweek fixtures, etc., and this is a midweek fixture again. So, you know, they're used to it, but it's a lot of games. It's a lot of football. I was going to make another sub, but we'll see how this plays out. Cunningham finds Mount. Goes back to Cunningham, Mount again. Keep ball between the two. Bit of a loose pass, but I was going to say they've kept control of it, but they haven't. From Brereton, a little bit lucky with the rebound, but it comes all the way through. And DeMarco's there. We kept him out there, and he scores. It's 4-0. We took advantage of a lot of ricochets. You've got to say, wasn't the most fluent of football, but it does the job. Brereton out right here. This wasn't a great ball across. Well, I mean, it could have been, but it reflected off Connor Cody. Here's A.D. Hales. Sort of dwells on the ball. Pass was decent, but tackled, and DeMarco finds himself in behind. Michael DeMarco, England's number 9. You heard it here first. And we signed him for free. Yeah, I see him very much as, you know, maybe the new Michael Chopra or the new Matty Vidra. You know, he's just a player that's probably not good enough for the Premier League yet, but good enough to score lots of goals in this league. Well, the new Cameron Jerome. There we go. There's a Stoke legend for you, sort of. We're going to take off Godoni, who's superb, and bring on Afosu Aye just for fresh legs. And we also took off Matty Cash. His performances have been stellar. Watford 0, Nottingham Forest 4 as we count down last 60 seconds. Can Watford get a consolation. I thought they were going to have a penalty there. The cross comes in, but Virginia is there to claim. And here we go. We'll build again. Pachalikis finds a Fosu a bit of a loose. It's a difficult ball to control, but he would have been better to just let it run out if he couldn't control it. But here we go. Eddie Hales, can he release Sprayton? We would have liked to have got Sheldon on today, but we haven't in the end. Probably needs game time. He's a little bit, basically, he's at the start of a new pre-season, so we need to build his game time quickly. I didn't think this was the game for it today. I thought there might have been something there, but it looks like the last few seconds are just going to play out in Watford's back 5 yards. And a 4-0 win, rampant 4-0 win for the Forest. That's a superb victory. Certainly lays down a marker. I thought that would be the slip-up place, but it means 3 wins in 3, 9 points for us. West Brom joined us also on 9 points, along with the other 2 teams we mentioned earlier. You can see Oxford, they came up with us. Superb start for them. 7 points from their 3 games over Sheffield United, Norwich and Hull. Struggling at the bottom, Bristol City, Hull and QPR. The other team to come up with us, of course, being... I can get this. Hold on. It's coming. It's got Rotherham. So Rotherham not having the best of starts down there, but they have got to win. QPR not doing too well. Fantastic times. Oh, superb. Dominant win for Forest. Quite right too. We keep seeming to have to pay, every time we play Hales, we seem to have to pay, Gillingham. Another 10 grand. I don't know what, I don't know how many deals he's got. We could have a look, but I'm not going to. I'm blown away, to be honest. What a start to the season. Goals galore. Good defence as well. 2 4-0 away wins in a row, and next up it's Ipswich Town at Portman Road. So more travels, and then Newcastle. That's a big game again. Obviously, we played Newcastle last year. I think it was the Carabao, and lost on penalties. This time we go to St James's. So you know it's probably a shot to nothing. But I think what we'll do is we'll look to come back. We'll probably come back for, what shall we say? I think we'll come back for probably. We'll do Sheffield United, so we'll do Bramall Lane early-ish November. Gives us a big chunk of games to catch up on. You'd say, yeah, there's a lot of big games in between, but they're all big games, aren't they? These are all massive clubs, but we have to remember we are one. No job hunts for me, nothing's going on. A licence still in place, obviously. Pro licences underway, should be completed in the next 3 months. So by the time you come back, we should be pretty much done with our pro licence, and that's all of our coaching done. And then it's just about building our attributes with competition wins, promotions and such. Do let me know what you think in the comments as well in terms of our career. Where should we be looking next? Should we stay at Forest long term? Should we aim to move abroad? Obviously it's a journey. We've got lots of leagues loaded. Did turn some of them off, but there's still plenty of choice out there. What I consider to be a bit of a good mix of European football. I've kept it to Europe now. I think we've narrowed it down. We're not going to go trawling at this stage through the rest of the world. We might do, who knows? But those are the leagues we've got loaded. Probably don't want to drop below the standard of the Championship, if I'm honest. We've worked a long time. This is season 7, so. Yeah, we've worked a long time to get here, so but if you've got an idea of any kind of interesting clubs, I can have a look through some of the leagues if you want to see some of the teams that have maybe dropped down or fallen on hard times, or perhaps some that have risen like phoenixes, and might be an interesting affair. So yeah, excellent. Do pop comments on there. Let me know what you think of the win as well, and the players we've signed, the players we've let go. Do pop like on there as well if you wouldn't mind. That'd be much appreciated. I'd like a like and a subscribe as well if you wouldn't mind. Also, fantastic, does help me out a great deal. I'll see you again on the next video. That'll be, who did we say? That should be Sheffield United, so when Saturday comes. So yeah, I'll see you again on the next video. Goodbye.